Hello, beautiful people of the internet. My name is Ryan. Welcome back. A bad tide approaches, Poopopolis. But that's okay. We've dealt with these before. Welcome, welcome. This is episode 16 of our playthrough of Timberborn. I hope you're having an excellent day. What do we want to do here? I think the first thing I want to do, honestly, is put a little bit more water in this thing over here before the bad tide gets here. And we're just going to flood it a little bit. We're going to see if flooding it kills any of these trees that we planted up here. So what's the state of the town? What's the state of the union? I think we're honestly in a pretty good spot overall in terms of, like, we've got a lot of water. We've got no food problems. We've got antidotes for when people get sick. We have an excess of logs for the first time in forever. I'm sure there are things we could be doing differently and better. We're building the battery monstrosity, and it's, in fact, almost done. We are starting to do a little bit of, like, not terraforming, but, like, you know, aquaforming. You know, we're changing where the water goes to suit our needs better. I feel okay about it. This bad tide I'm kind of glad we have a second bad tide after we just had a bad tide last episode, because it's going to teach us exactly where not to plant our trees. I just planted a bunch of trees here, and a bunch of these are going to die, and there's no way they're going to make it the 30 days that it would normally take to get to full maturity. That's the word. Maturity. Another word for maturity is full power. So when you're like a teenager and people are like, I just don't know that you're mature enough, you can just rephrase that as, like, very Dragon Ball Z. I haven't achieved my full power yet. That said, something's wrong, because I think that just said 7 unemployed. Holy shit. Okay. Is that over here? That's over here. It's time to ramp up Constipationville's whole deal, frankly. It's time to ramp up everything they got going on. Should we put some power over here? Probably should, yeah? How do we want to do that, though? I've been making it so that their main export is just freaking logs, you know? And I've liked that. It's been fun. But now we've got... What other resources do we have here? We've got this metal, which is, frankly, a lot closer than the other metal. There's ruins. But I kind of feel like with metal, we need to be looking towards the... Now, there's that, too. A bad water source. I feel like we kind of need to be looking towards underground ruins, which is an infinite metal source. But that one is a little far from here. It kind of feels... Well, steps down. It feels like it's a long way. Like, it's just so... I don't know. We could shoot for it, though. A mine. It takes 4K. Science. They extract scrap metal from underground ruins. But you also have to use fancy... Is that what that says? You have to use fancy wood? You have to turn treated planks into... Now, that's interesting, right? That's very interesting. Okay. We definitely don't have... I mean, we have treated planks, but, like, we're not making them in any sort of quick enough rate. So... In the meantime, while I think about this, we got 7 people over here to put to work. I just don't know what to do with them yet, you know? I guess we'll just make them all haulers for now, and then we'll figure it out later. What other things could they do over here? Well, we only have the one forester. Could definitely be a second forester. Is this full yet? It is. So we're going to go ahead and put this back down to 0.95. And actually, I think we should basically start... that's going to cause a little flooding down here. I think we should basically start moving these things towards 0, right? If I move this down, there should be flooding downstream. Where's the flooding happening? So far, nowhere. Okay, well. If that's the case, then. This we can lower. We're going to have to stop them from getting in the water again. Like doing their aqua farming. This aqua farming, I'm really not sure about. I don't know if we need to be doing it at all at this point. There's the flooding. Okay. Little bit of flooding. I want to see if flooding kills a sapling immediately. Let's just see what happens. I don't think it does, but I don't remember. It's not happening fast enough to actually do anything. Damn. Lower the floodgates. See what happens. I don't even know why I care about putting all this water over here. We're not using it currently. That's all right. We will eventually when this water pump gets built. We can get rid of the other uses for it. Okay, we'll just go ahead and lower this stuff. Why did this dry up? I don't know. I think that was just a momentary dry up. Okay, oh boy. Okay, so this stuff just dies in 1.8 days. So we're doing all right there. I lowered it too aggressively. I don't really know what else to work on right now. Like, we're working on building these. Explosives factory. We're going to get a bad water thing up and running here. We're waiting on materials. What is our... Here's a thing we should always be doing. Is just looking at our storage. To see what we need more of. We have 0 gears. Some treated lumber. We've got metal. We've got 0 books. And 0... scrap metal. Okay. The 0 scrap metal makes sense because, oh boy, we're almost done with this whole ruins. Okay, shit. Maybe it is time to figure out a... Well, fuck it. Let's do it. Let's figure it out. What would be the quickest way to go from this district center up to this? Let's work backwards here. I think we go boom, 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 and chuck a path like here, here. And then I think it would probably be... What's the straightest line? I feel like this is pretty good. Okay, we'll do a little path here. This is kind of a terrible use of a 1 slot there, but that's all right. We need to chop this tree down. I don't know that I have anybody to chop it. Okay, then we got to go over to here. This isn't great, but I don't think it's terrible either in terms of, like, the distance. Like, I think this might actually be shorter than our... Oh, no. Okay. Shit. I fucked it. I messed it up. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Delete these. I think this is actually maybe shorter than our other... than the current metal system we have, if that makes sense. Okay, so then we need to put some paths. We'll see what it says, though. We can actually measure it here in just a second. When all this stuff is... Just a second, when all this stuff is built. Okay. Bad tide is here. We need to make sure that stuff is ready for that, I guess. Our floodgates are at 0. Our wellness is at 25. Floodgates are at 0. We should pause the aquatic farmhouse, I guess. They're still going to swim through the water, I'm pretty sure. This bad water pump can get turned on because we're about to have some extra bad water. Let's see how long this bad tide lasts. I'm nervous that things are going to keep ramping up. Okay, so this current thing is 89. 3 days. 3 days of bad tide, by the way. 89 for this scavenger flag. This is probably actually going to be longer. But if we were to build a mine... It currently doesn't even have a marker of how far it is because... I think what you would want to do is just have the people working the mine doing this, and then haulers going back and forth. So this would be scrap metal. Oh boy, this is going to be real interesting. It's going to be real interesting here. Yeah, this is going to be farther than the other one, but oh well. We could also just make it its own district, honestly. We could put a district thing like right here. And then it'd be sketchy because they don't have any water or anything, but that's okay. All right, why are you still trying to pump water out of this shit? 75% bad. Just leave it. Let it be. Take a vacation, you know? Okay, so it's time to learn what the bad water contamination looks like. These are drying, but these are dead due to contamination. So I think on this side, we can probably just leave things be for now. It's not great, but I don't know. I don't know. This side, let's be smart and let's be forward thinking. So these are going to die. They're contaminated. They're also going to die. So much of this shit is going to die. Damn it. Well, like this entire field. Shit. So I think we have birch planted on this side, right? I think we want to do like... Let's do birch a bunch here. A bunch of birch. Bunch of birch. Birches and bunches. And then... It's a genius catch-22 of this game. Which is that if you're close to the water source, you're guaranteed to be watered and grow. And if you're not close, but if you're close to the water source, you're also susceptible to bad tide shit. And I think that those two, you get watered naturally, goes out to like here, and you die to bad tide naturally, goes out to like here. So there is a little space in between, which is great. But I honestly don't think any of this stuff should be planted. Like, I think it's just going to continually die. It's just going to waste time and resources, you know? That one's drying. What we're looking for is contaminated. This right here is contaminated. Just looking for the orange. I don't know if the contamination spreads at all, but that's kind of what we're looking at here. It sucks because it's gonna wildly limit how much we can actually grow, you know? But it also, I mean, if we are smart about it, and if we pay attention to it, it also means that we'll save ourselves a bunch of time and effort. Because we won't try and grow stuff on ground that cannot grow it. So, sucks though. Undeniably sucks to to do this. Now, of course, we could do something different with bad water. Like, we could find a way to, you know, divert bad water or like cap bad water or something. I don't know if there's a way to stop bad tides in a way that is helpful, but I don't know. Filter water? I'm not sure. Pumps water or bad water up one side, discharges them on the other, more efficient than a regular pump. See, we could potentially like basically filter it with a mechanical fluid pump. But we'd have to hold all of the water ahead of time, before time. Beavers unwell, beavers injured, blocked by bad water. Yeah, of course, you shouldn't be showering in bad water. Building lacks workers, sure. Okay, so the next question is this. That's a forester. And it's just not great, is it? I think we can plant oak. Like, now's the time to be planting. In a hilarious way, now's the time to be planting because it's when we can tell exactly where the bad water lines are, you know? I think we do that. For now, I think it makes sense. We have to, like, if we're going to invest in planting oak, we need to invest in it. We're going to do that just as a marker of where it goes. And then I think I probably will actually put another forester down here as well. And then this forester, we have gotten most of... Like, eventually I will probably end up moving this stuff to... I will probably end up changing most of this stuff to oak if we get this all worked out. But for now, we're growing birch because we could use the birch to keep growing. We should unmark this and unmark all of this for planting. It's already unmarked. Okay. So right now we're doing birch over here. Can this all be touched by the... If it's going to be... Oh, the reason we shouldn't plant out this far is because it doesn't get water, right? Probably? I don't know. At this point, here's what we should do. I'm learning. Plant everything you can. And then, when the bad tide stops, we'll see what the normal water level is. And then we can see... we can remove some of the planting area again. Does that make sense? We got to, like, find exactly where the overlap is. Okay, so, because currently, forester, neither one of them will do anything all the way out here. So we should actually cancel that. And cancel any planting we have out here. Okay, that's everything. This will be interesting. We'll see what happens. All right, I had timer paused on accident to keep, when I probably should have just kept it running. Is this getting contaminated? No, we learned that last time. Okay. Let's go over to Indigestion Town, see how things are running. The Agora has some good substance. The bad water's getting pumped. So the bad water's getting pumped. The centrifuge is running to turn it into Agora extract. Is this one built yet? No. Needs gears. We're always lacking for gears. This is the gear workshop. It needs power. Oh my god, we built the gear workshop. I love games like this because everything is so tied together. We built the gear workshop already because we need more gears. However, the gear workshop won't function because it needs more power because this building is not built yet. What does this building need? Gears. It's a vicious circle. It's a vicious circle. As soon as this building gets built, then we can build more gear. Oh my lord. I'll prioritize the gear workshop a higher priority, so that we can make sure we're building gears when possible. And I'll upgrade this construction site. Sorry, upgrade the construction site to make sure it gets built first so that we can get on it with the... as soon as possible. Okay. 1 day left in the bad water. We've got plenty of food. I will say, did all these carrots die or what's going on here? Because carrot seedlings. Okay. I feel like I started this episode with 1 million carrots in the fields, and now they're all gone, and I'm a little confused. Maybe we don't have enough carrot storage. Now that's an idea. Do we not have enough carrot storage? I am starting to think of this game a little bit more like you should just have like basically one of the ways I'm thinking about it is what's the harm in storing stuff? I know it's space, but so much storage. If you're creative, you can build on top of it. And also it's like storage, as far as I'm aware, those carrots aren't going anywhere. If they're in storage, they're just banked. They're just 100% banked. I don't think they rot. I don't know that for a fact, but this is a blind playthrough, so I could be wrong, and I don't really want to know the answer if you know the answer. Carrots in the ground can die. They can get fucked up by a bad tide. They can get fucked up by my mismanagement of the farmers. But once they're banked, they're good. As far as I know, which is great. So then, like, I think that applies to most things. You should like your construction projects are going to go way better the more material you have banked. So of course you have to meet production up to the standard of like you have to match production and need, or at least exceed production and need in order to run efficiently, which we're not doing on most things like gears and stuff. But then once you've met production and need towards a similar level, I feel like you can just spam down. I feel like you could just throw down a bunch of storage because it's just good. It's just, you know, just banking resources. Okay. Bad tide's almost over, thank God. Then we still have to clear the system, but are there still a bunch of unemployed people over here? No. Probably because they're all working at the haulers. Let's go ahead. Let's get ahead of things, right? Let's actually pause the game. Dang it, I just missed it. Shit. That was slightly too slow. I'm going to throw a forester right here. Okay, here's the bad... Actually, I think we timed it perfectly. Here's the bad water. So this sucker is going to plant trees. When it plants trees, I want it to plant oak trees along these lines. This isn't going to be perfect because we know there's a bad tide in here somewhere. But anything like north of this line and east of this line, where stuff just died from the bad tide, is probably good. Some of the stuff in here I'm sure is bad. We can plant oak on a lot of this. And then we just need to see what gets water. What gets water from the... Why is my brain not functioning? From the regular water that's about to start pouring out. Okay. So, water's coming. That's good. Water's coming. Water's coming. Contamination 2%. It's already downhill. That's perfect. We can put this up to like 0.95. Now that that's going... These spotty green parts stress me out a little bit. I can't tell if you can actually grow stuff there or not. I think so. And this flooding, so the flooding is the other problem. The flooding means that it changes things just a little bit. Why is it flooding? Just everybody hit equilibrium real quick. God, this game is really fun. I'm having so much fun playing this game. Everything hit equilibrium real quick so that I can see exactly where the lines are for what gets water and what doesn't. Okay, so I think most of this should be good. A lot of this is bad. So start taking away some layers here. There's green right there. But that is potentially not. Man, this is kind of fun. We're being like kind of exact for the first time in our playthrough. Oh no, this is still bad water. Oh, duh. Ah, shoot. Interesting. Okay. Well, that's going to affect some things. It's some bad water, some not, meaning I don't think... Oh, it's interesting. Is it just going so slowly? I don't know how much of this is going to turn green, if any. Oh, very interesting. Okay. While that's working, let's go over here. It looks like none of this is going to go green. We probably actually already looked at some of this in the past, you know? None of this is going green. Clearing it all out. A lot of this is green, though. But it can't be cut by the forester, right? No, this can. Okay, we'll do that. Clear planting area here. Can't plant anything there because it's probably not going to grow. Probably. No, that one will. Okay. Cool, we're getting there. Eventually, we can just change all of this to oak, most likely. Clear planting area. Clear. Can't tell if that'll grow or not. You're drying out. That one was actually watered and healthy. Watered and healthy. It says watered and healthy, but it looks like piss. It looks bad. Looks like a dog peed on it. Okay. So some of this is getting green, but some of it's also getting look at the contamination moving. It's interesting. It's very interesting. Very interesting. A lot of this should not grow. We don't even have this forester up and running yet. All right. Well, we have 0 food, so that's fun. We have 0 food. We'll bump this up to 0.95. Get the floodgate action happening again. We could probably grab some berries from some places, except for the fact that most of the berries are dead. Could turn this on real quick. Little gatherer flag. Prioritize these berries. We're going to need to grow more carrots. And then we're going to store a shit ton of carrots. That's kind of my goal. These are died due to drying out because this is contaminated water in it. And because there was, you know, a bad tide. Okay, are we down to... We're down to 0% contamination, quote unquote. But over here, there's actually 25. So what we're going to do is do this, like, flooding mechanism again, where we kind of lower this. Send a bunch of water in here. See if that helps. Will it help? No idea. No idea. We're 4 gears away from our second gear workshop being online. God, nothing gets built in this city fast enough for me. Because we have zero gears. Zero beers is what I said. They also don't have a place to drink, so maybe that would help. I think this is bad. I think everything down here stays red along this line. Like stays not growable. We could always cap this off, but that would lead to some more greenery here along these spaces. But if we do that, all of a sudden this thing. Look at this. Oh my God, this is so interesting. I don't know what's happening here. But watch this. There is a moving little piece of contamination. I'll do it on 1 speed. Like that's all contaminated water, but this part right here, you can see the contamination itself moving. Doing it again. What in the world? That's so strange for me. So strange to me. Yeah, we're gonna flood everything again. See what happens. See if we can get this this shower and Lido back to operating. Oh, so much micromanagement of stuff like that. Okay. What's the next frontier for us? We've got 13k science. I think it's probably time to build some monuments, right? The Brazier of Bonding only takes planks. But it takes 300 of them. 200 of them. 400 of them. Shit. The Fountain of Joy takes 100 treated wood. We got that. We do not have the planks for this one either. And we don't have the metal for it. And then this one takes 2,000 gears. Holy shit. Okay, so maybe not. We're science rich, but oh my God, we have no food. Oh fuck. Oh no. Oh no. We have no food. Uh-oh. What happened to us? First off, why aren't we cooking stuff in the grills? Probably because I haven't given them the right things. Let's do bread. How much wheat do we have? 177 wheat. Crank out that bread. Grill. How about we do grilled anything? What do we have? Chestnuts? Cattails? Oh no, I don't think we have anything. We have wheat, maple syrup, dandelions, cattail roots, and cattail flour. Okay, let's make bread or cattail, and then eventually cattail crackers. The grist mill, let's make some wheat flour. I'll actually do cattail crackers first. Okay, time to get to work. Time to get to working, guys. Nobody has any food. How did I let this happen? Maybe that's the other thing you guys should do over here is make more food. We're also gonna go ahead and mark these as clear planting area because I just don't think this is gonna work unless we do some aqua forming. All that good. Some of these are gonna be bad too. I'm just almost sure of it, but whatever. Okay. Desperately, are there any berries I could grab for free off the ground? Probably not directly following a bad tide, right? No berries right here. There's some over here, but that's forever away. These berries are like our only berries. Food's at 113. All berries. Any over here? I'm not seeing any berries. This is bad. We got to get to farming more. So how are we going to solve that? How are we going to solve a food issue? Well, that's a great question. Can't say I really have a good idea about it. We can expand these farms. We probably just need more farms in more diverse locations because this one is going to be bogged down by this little inlet of water almost all the time. So we should probably, I think over here is the thing that makes sense. And I think, frankly, let's use this body of water. Oh my God, I'm a genius. I knew I built this shit for some reason. I knew I did it for some reason. If we put it like here, we can farm on either side of the... Okay, here's what we need. We can't actually be too close to this river because that's the part that's going to go away. We need to be on the upper side of the mountain mostly. So I think we need to be like... And all of this is green. Okay, so let's do this first. Let's go ahead and hit plant crops, carrots, and plant all of this. Cut trees. Get all of those out of there. We're going to need a lumberjack to make the tree cutting work. We'll tear it down later. This is a path across here. Then we want to maximize our farm ground and minimize our farm ground by minimizing by not putting our farmhouse directly on it. So I'm kind of thinking up here. Oh boy. Kind of thinking up here actually with like a stair down. Problem is then you run into some issues of like storage. Like we're going to need to store this stuff. And I'll probably want a large warehouse for... This is also good area. Okay, here's an idea. What about a stair right here? It's already kind of wasted space. This could be interesting. This could be very interesting. Need to cut those trees down. We have 3 people on this side of things who are not working right now. So let's get them hauling. See if we can't move things a little bit faster. Our food is at 36 again, so this is bad. This is very bad. Eventually, these will be carrots, but it's about one more day. It's about one more day until these are carrots, and then we're going to have to harvest them quickly, I think. This should be protected from bad water, but I need to figure out where the farmhouse is going to go. You put it down here, it covers part of the ground, but it doesn't cover it all. Put it up here, a little bit of a further step to take, but if we put a step there like it should, I think we basically want to base stuff up here. It's kind of crazy, I know, but I think we basically want to put this like right here. And then do a little path like this. And we'll put storage and a farmhouse up here. So it'll be like, boom. It won't go there because of what? Trees? Fuck these trees. And then we need to put storage as well. So it'll be like farmhouse. And then a couple blocks away from that will be storage. Probably that's where we want the storage. I don't know. We may want the storage just like down here. Then it's closer to everybody, you know? Probably want the storage right there. Let's do that. Oh boy, I did the wrong one. So we want... large warehouse full of carrots. Okay, we're going to make this happen. We're going to make this happen. I need this thing to be built like yesterday. Real quick, we'll go check in on Indigestion Town. Everybody's fucking starving. Love to see it. Are there truly any berries I could grab anywhere else? Like, no matter how far. Oh my god, not really. There's these. So... this is the ugliest thing I have ever done in this entire game. Let's make this the highest construction site and prioritize the working of it. And it's going to get us like 3 berries. Please, somebody sprint this way, out to the boonies, to get us some food. It's the middle of the night. Fuck. Are none of you eating? Sorry, are none of you sleeping because you're hungry? Maybe I should just end the episode here before literally everybody dies of hunger. Because I'm keeping an eye on the bottom left. Keeping an eye on the bottom left. Okay, now you're all going to bed. It's fucking 2 in the morning. What are you going to bed for now? It's like 4 in the morning. Like the sunrise is a minute away. Oh my god. Y'all stress me out. Constipationville is at the top of my list in terms of favorites right now, and Indigestion Town is not. That's all I gotta say. We should do sick beds over there for them eventually. Oh my god, somebody's doing it. Who is it? Who's our hero? Annie Rika is currently my hero. Build that shit. Done. Now it's going to get worked by Not Emma, who is also my hero. Do we have enough haulers to help you with your job? What can we eat? Is it... We have no wheat flour. Why do we have no wheat flour? That's not true. We have wheat flour. It's over here. Make the bread. Make the bread ASAP, please. Oh my god. Is it because you have no fuel? I'm so confused. No, you're making bread. You're making bread. Oh, thank Christ. You're going to make a little bit of bread. We have a couple berries. A little bit of bread. Nobody has died of old age yet. This is the key. 4 bread and 3 berries and 4 carrots. Does that mean the carrots are finally? Oh my god. Prioritize harvesting. It's already done. Oh my god, I think we're going to make it. Everybody's hungry. Hold up. I just feel like I got to get a screenshot of this at some point. Where are they all at? They're all over here. I need all of you in one place so that I can take a screenshot. They're starving while harvesting. Love to see that. Oh, yeah. This is a good screenshot. All right. Welcome to the thumbnail for today's video. For sure. Starving while harvesting is crazy. Oh, boy. All right. Keep the time rolling. I think we'll make it. Nobody's died of old age yet. What are you guys doing over here? Okay. You've built the stairs. Perfect. Can you please destroy this pine tree? Please. And then I also need you to cut a couple trees up here. You're already doing it. Someone please work this thing. K-Bell? K-Bell, my hero, please. You're starving, but please just chop trees. In fact, let's prioritize the correct trees for now. They're all starving again. Oh, boy. Nobody's died of old age yet. I just want to say that. And the minute I say that, of course, it will probably come back to bite me in the ass. But I think I should also combine these. Holy crap. There needs to be a path there. I know that cuts down on our farm. Danny was born? Oh, thank God. I thought that was going to be a death. Are you guys eating over here? You have nothing to eat? Great. That's all right. The berries are... The carrots are happening. And we're harvesting a couple berries over there. Just a couple. It's a new day. K-Bell has successfully chopped down the one tree I need you to chop down. Please. Please. K-Bell. We all wait with bated breath for you to save our goddamn... Thank you. To save our goddamn... colony. Frankly, I should probably just save all of this space for now. Should just make you cut down the correct thing. Okay, we're gonna go ×3 speed and hope nobody dies of food. 3 people have died of old age in the last like minute. Please. I'll end this episode the minute we get some farming happening here. I just need the farming. Also, we're gonna do a little bit of flooding, just a little bit of flooding, just to help us out here. Little bit of flooding here. Oh, no. We should do like big old... We should work all night at this point. We should work all night. You're cutting down the wrong tree. And that's on me. That's on me. I did tell you the wrong thing. I need you to cut down this tree. Not that tree. But we are going to work all night. Oh, God. I'd make a terrible supervisor. I think that's what I've learned today, is I would make a very bad supervisor. I'm micromanaging. I'm just bad. Okay. While we're here, we'll do some unmarking of some tree cutting areas just to kind of keep things cleaned up. A little cleaned. Did we get the tree cut down? We did. Oh my God. We can finally put a farmhouse here. All things are going to work out. That's for sure. Prioritize resource. We will prioritize planting. And then I can go back to saying cut all the rest of these trees. This does remind me so much of RimWorld in terms of like, if you haven't played RimWorld before, to me, the hallmark of playing RimWorld is just micromanaging the shit out of your colonists so that they do exactly what you need them to do in exactly the way you need them to do it. It's just like the hallmark of that game is getting way too much in people's business to get them to do exactly what you need. So we're gonna do a little bit more farming over here with carrots. Is that the entire? I think that's basically the entire reach of that farmhouse. There's a couple more up here, but I think that's pretty good. Okay, well, on that note, nobody technically has died of starvation. A lot of people were starving when they died of old age, but that is a distinction that I am very, very willing to celebrate. That's going to do it for this episode. Thanks so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to leave a like on the video and hit subscribe if you're not subscribed by this point. I don't have the stats on, you know what? I'll look them up real quick. Let's see how many people who watch these Timberborn episodes are subscribed. Because I know there's a couple of you out there who aren't. And that's fine. You do with your, you know, with your subscription tab what you want to do. But I can see that currently, oh, this is actually an amazing number. 23% of people who watch these videos are not subscribed. That's actually really good. Thank you guys. Thank you. But if you want to hit subscribe still, if you're one of those 23%, it wouldn't hurt. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Until then, have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.